You have to eat the dream. You have to sleep the dream. You have to dream the dream. You gotta touch it. You have to when nobody else sees it. You have to feel it when it's not tangible. You have to believe it when you cannot see it. You gotta be possessed with the dream. The dream.
I'm an adult learner from Philadelphia.
Yes, sir, we're on.
Here in Institute, West Virginia. My name is Jeff Eddy, and I'm joined here in the broadcast booth with
Stephen Sewell.
And we have the crosstown rivals, the Western State Yellow Jackets, taking on the University of Charleston Golden Eagles. And in my 4 years of broadcasting football here in Institute, West Virginia, these two teams are probably the two most. They really don't like each other. Let's just keep it simple to that.
Yeah, they don't like each other. I expect this game to be very, very hard fought. It's going to be a dogfight, as you usually say. I'm expecting a lot out of our players, especially since it is a home field advantage. Some people to look out for wide receivers wise, Quentin Gray, and as far as the running backs go, looking at A.J. Barrett and also Deontay Brown. I'm expecting the players to fight really hard, especially since this is the opening season, and we're expecting a lot of fighting just to get this W for the first game.
Yeah, I think it's also going to be a shootout between the two quarterbacks. Matt Kinnick for the Yellow Jackets, the graduate student, from what I have been informed about, and Mason Olszewski, the redshirt junior out of Pinkerton, Ohio, from the University of Charleston Golden Eagles. Again, in the words of the great broadcaster Jim Ross, we are going to have a slobber knocker here in Institute, West Virginia.
Yes, I expect a lot out of these two teams, especially considering this is the opening season. We got to take a peek at them during the scrimmage game, and it was a very, very exciting thing to see. I'm expecting a lot out of them. Both of these teams, they were under 500, but every time they play each other, it seems as if it's as if they're winning just to win it all. It's like the Super Bowl for them. So for this game to be the first game of the season, and it's a crosstown rivalry, I'm expecting a lot out of these two teams, especially to get that first W.
Yeah, two players on the defensive side of the ball for the Yellow Jackets to watch out for between Trent Williamson, the linebacker, the 6-foot senior, and Kevin Coffey, the 6'1" senior cornerback. Coffey has been one of the anchors on this defense for the Yellow Jackets, and he's just a shutdown corner for the Yellow Jackets.
Correct, and I'm expecting a lot out of that defense. We've struggled with the defense in the past, but it's a very promising season, looking from the scrimmage game to the practices to just watching them progress over this entire offseason. I'm expecting a lot out of them.
Exactly. And when we say that these two teams, not only are these two teams very different from one another, the schools are very different from one another.
They are.
You have UC, who is more... When we say that these two teams are different from one another, we have, the University of Charleston, the Golden Eagles, down in the capital of West Virginia. They're more urban. They're a private institution. And then you have West Virginia State, who is more, excuse me about UC. UC is more suburban, as in West Virginia State is more urban, and they are the public institution.
Right.
And there's about 5 miles separating the two on I-77.
Correct. It's crazy seeing how it's like night and day between these two teams. The culture is different at West Virginia State versus UC. I haven't really seen UC on their campus and stuff, but it seems as if it's completely night and day. But it's crazy when we come together. It's like it's really exciting just seeing those two things clash.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a real quick break to go ahead and show to give a spotlight to the game day sponsors for the West Virginia State University UC game here in Institute, West Virginia.
MVB Bank, your most valuable bank. Holiday Inn and Suites and Wingate by Wyndham, both located in South Charleston. Brick Street Insurance, your business, your people, you're covered. Gino's Pizza and Spaghetti House, the official pizza of WVSU Athletics. Tudor's Biscuit World, start your day the homemade way. Go-Mart, go for good times, go for Go-Mart. Hilliard Lyons, investment counseling to grow, protect, and manage wealth since 1854. Mullins, heating, plumbing, and cooling.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. The captains are making their way out into the field for the Yellow Jackets. We have number 3, Matt Kinnick, number 5, Trent Williamson, number 51, Brandon Dickerson, and number 7, Kevin Coffey. And then on the Golden Eagles side of the ball, we have Tevion Cape, number 1, followed by number 5, John Chomsky. And then we have number 14, Mason Olszewski, and number 17, Luke Sears.
And once again, like I was going back, it's really like night and day between these two teams. And it's crazy how little of a distance it is. I guess with the crosstown rivalries, you do see a lot of a lot of night and day things between them from every level and every aspect of the game. So I'm expecting a lot of hard fought between these two teams. I'm expecting a lot of dogfighting, a lot of aggression between these two teams, especially, and a lot of excitement and adrenaline rush because it's the first game. So hopefully we get this W for state, especially this being our first game of the season.
We got about 2 minutes before kickoff here, and here comes the rest of the Golden Eagles out into the field for the University of Charleston. Yeah, I've spoke to a few different previous broadcasters for state, and they have dubbed it the Battle of I-77 between these two teams.
And I would definitely agree with that, just because of how close we are in vicinity. But it's crazy, as I was mentioning, how different we are, how little we interact with them. Granted, we are their rivals, but as close as they are, I don't really see that many people interacting with them. When we see them, we don't like them. It's a typical rivalry. It's just, we don't like UC. Simple as that.
It really reminds me a little bit of Alabama and Auburn. If you look at college football rivalries, because again, these two teams, they really do not like each other. And it seems like the Yellow Jackets are going to receive the kickoff for the first half.
And at a pro level, it could be anything from the Falcons and the Saints to any NFC South rivalry to something as serious as the Bears and the Packers. It's just the simple, we don't like them. Once you come here, you're taught that UC is not a friendly team. We don't like them, and it's always been like that. It's a typical rivalry.
We're going to have Deontay Brown and Khalil Wilkins deep back to receive this kickoff from the Golden Eagles.
This is the most exciting part of the game, is the kickoff. This sets the tone for a lot of things.
Yeah, this game will set the tone for the season for both teams in the Mountain East Conference.
And 30 seconds till kickoff.
We're going to have number 34 for the Golden Eagles, Carter Jamerson, kicking off the ball.
You want to trade places, man?
It is a very muggy day here in Institute, West Virginia. If it does start raining, you will see a lot of ground to pound from both sides of the ball.
Yes, and being that we are an old school, we're old school, so we do have a grass field. So expecting a lot of muddy, in the mud, grinding, and a lot of hard fought between these two teams.
It could turn into a mud bowl out there.
It could.
Here comes the kick from Jamerson. Ball is up. Brown receives it at the 15-yard line. Makes one defender miss, and he's going to be caught around the 39-yard line.
And this really just sets the tone for a lot of stuff. You can see down on the sidelines, they're already excited, and this is what I'm expecting out of the state. Just a lot of excitement and a lot of adrenaline from this team this year.
Kinnick brings his troops out into the field. He's got 3 receivers off to his left, none off to his right, one back in the backfield with him. First and 10, ball on the 40-yard line. Hands the ball off. He's going to be caught in the backfield.
I'm back. Can you hear me now?
And that was Khalil Wilkins.
I apologize.
And this, I believe, would be Wilkins' first year playing with the Yellow Jackets.
Again, he's got 2 receivers lined up to his left, 2 on his right, one back in the backfield. Makes an adjustment in the backfield. Steps back, drops the ball off to Quentin Gray. Gray's going to get caught around the original line of scrimmage. Bring up 3rd and 9.
So far, it looks like a hard-fought battle. They're really trying not to get state past this 39-yard line. Hopefully, we get some yardage in this next play.
Very much so. 3rd down. 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Shotgun formation. Snap steps back. Dumps the pass off to Quentin Gray. And Gray with a big gain for the Yellow Jackets. And he's off to the races. And that is how you start the football game for the Yellow Jackets.
And that just really just sends the momentum and the tone for the rest of the game. That immediate touchdown, that sets the tone a lot for the game. And it looks like I said, there's a lot of adrenaline. And hopefully they can keep that adrenaline going for the next 3 quarters.
And Quinn Gray is Matt Kinnick's favorite target out there on the football field. And we're going to have Aaron Ball out there to attempt the PAT for the Yellow Jackets. And the ball is good. 7-0. 13:31 left to go in the first quarter. And just like that, the Yellow Jackets strike.
And it's always good to have that home field advantage, somebody to cheer you on when you get these early touchdowns. And it looks good. It looks good on our resume. We're doing well so far. And hopefully this can carry on into the next couple of quarters. Like I said, it's going to be a dogfight, so let's see how UC can respond.
Yeah, Matt Kinnick, as far as out on the ball field, he has more than one more than one target. His favorite is Quentin Gray, but he also has Brady Cox, number 85, the 6'5" senior, and then A.J. Barrett, number 8, the 6'1" sophomore, and Zach Pate, the 5'7" sophomore.
Yes, and Quentin Gray really is his favorite.
I'm an adult learner from Philadelphia.
I'm from Cincinnati.
I'm from Hurricane.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have, looks like number 4, Tyreek McAllister. And number 32, Jonathan Roberts, deep back to receive this kickoff. Aaron Ball. Ball is up. McAllister gets it at the 11-yard line. He's at the 20. He's going to be brought down around the 27-yard line.
So far, this defense looks promising from what we've seen at the scrimmage game when they were playing against the Red Shirt. So let's see how they play in real time against UC. They're crosstown rivals.
Indeed. And here comes Olszewski. He's got 3 receivers lined up on his right, 1 on his left. 1 back in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Here comes snap, steps back. Dumps the pass off to number 1, Tevion Cape.
Pass complete to number 1. Tevion Cape.
So far, it looks very promising, this defense.
2nd and 5. Fakes the handoff, takes it for himself, rolls out to the left. We push out of bounds. And it will be enough to move the chains.
And so far, so good from the Yellow Jackets. Hopefully they can keep this up.
Comes the snap, hands the ball off. And he's going to get maybe a 5-yard gain.
Can you hear me now?
Number 1, Cap, the ball carrier.
Starting offense for the Golden Eagles, Olszewski, quarterback. He keeps the ball for himself and looks like he's going to get just enough for the first down.
Number 14, Olszewski, the ball carrier.
It looks like there's an injury on the field.
Tackling play 21, Devon Tyson.
Trying to see who the number is.
Looks like Brandon Dickerson, number 51.
Water out! Water out!
Can you hear me now?
Water out!
Check.
It does. The captain for one of the captains for the Yellow Jackets.
I'll take mine. Look, he said. I'll tell you. I need some slack.
And we are getting ready to go to a replay, ladies and gentlemen, from the play earlier from Quentin Gray.
I gotta make room somehow. I can get the cables. Yeah, just go in there and shuffle.
12:24 left to go in the first quarter. And here comes the replay.
Yeah, I keep getting this.
Beautiful pass coming from Kennick to Quentin Gray. Gray has been known to turn on a dime out in the field. After that, he was just off to the races.
And his favorite saying is that he does not like to be touched. So it explains why he moves so quickly to get away from those defenders to take it on home.
And we hope that's just a stinger for Brandon Dickerson of the Yellow Jackets. First and 10, ball on the 50-yard line. Comes the snap, hands the ball off to Kate.
That's over.
Half the ball here, game 4, second down and 6.
4-yard gain on the play. Bring up second and 6. Rolls out, dumps the pass off to number 6. He's going to get the first down plus a little bit more. That was John Wernicke.
No ball.
Comes the snap. Rolls off to the right. And he'll get a 5-yard gain. This hurry-up offense is really working for the Golden Eagles.
It is. And it looks like State is not able to adjust to this. They usually play a 3-3. So hopefully they can adjust to this and keep on their toes.
Keeps the ball, rolls out to the left. He'll be dropped around the 25-yard line.
There's a mark.
It's going to be enough to move the chains.
Stay back. Second one.
And there will be a flag out in the field. And indeed it will be. Instead of first and 10, it'll be first and 15 now.
Seems like that hurry-up offense is starting to get to them. They're moving a little too quickly for their own good. And hopefully they can capitalize on that penalty.
Number 14, Olszewski's going to check out while Jermaine Kelly checks in. He'll get maybe a 2-yard gain on the play.
It looks like they're starting to capitalize on this with their defense. So hopefully we can get a couple more stops and get the ball back on offense.
A couple more substitutions. We got Tremaine Ross and Blaine Stewart checking in for the Golden Eagles. As the snap sets back. We'll keep it. And will be dropped around the 23-24 line. Bring up 3rd and 9.
I need you to stay a little bit closer to me if you can.
Let's go,
Looks like they're doing well. And we're seeing a couple more substitutions. It looks like UC is getting as many substitutions in as they can.
Olszewski back out there. Hands the ball off. And the Yellow Jacket defense is going to let him go nowhere. That's going to bring up 4th down.
You see a lot of celebration on the sideline. So once again, State looks like it's capitalizing and getting off of that adrenaline. They're doing really well. And it looks like UC is going to attempt a field goal.
And looks like it'll be a 40-yard attempt. Snap, ball is up. And it is no good. Wide right. Yellow Jackets still up by 7 with 9 minutes left to go in the first quarter. And if you're Coach Pennington, this is exactly how you wanted to start your season.
Yes, especially since this is his inaugural season as a head coach. Also, as the offensive coordinator, he's dipping and dabbing in a couple of positions, but he's doing well so far with this first game.
1st and 10, ball on the 24-yard line. Hands the ball off to Wilkins. Looks like he'll be stopped behind the line.
So far, they're kind of on a shaky start with this first possession, but I feel like they will bounce back after these couple more snaps.
Be 2nd and 12. Ball on the 26-yard line. Hands it off to Wilkins. Good gain for Wilkins out there. Bring up 3rd down. Be 3rd and 4.
It looks like UC's trying to get ready for this snap. It looks like there'll be a flag.
And Kinnick is off to the races. And he will slide right into Golden Eagle territory.
Go in front of him, like around this way, or go in front of him?
All sides on the defense.
Is trying to get off of state, but they just can't. And I really feel like it's partially because of this home advantage. It really changes the tempo. We lost to UC 26-7 last year. Maybe it'll be a flip-flop. Maybe this will be our 26-7, maybe more.
Kinnick looking for an open receiver. Comes it off to Zach Pate. Beautiful.
number 17, Zach Pate.
1-yard gain.
First down.
Be 1st and 10, ball on the Golden Eagles 29-yard line.
And this is exactly what we want to see out of state this year.
Comes the snap. And trying to get it off to Quentin Gray. Taking a loss of yards there. Bring up 2nd and 12. 6.5 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Here comes the snap. Steps back. Dumps it off to Deontay Brown. And Brown is seeing nothing but green.
And once again, we got a touchdown for the Yellow Jackets. It's now 13-0, 6:18 on the clock. And they are really capitalizing. And I'm seeing a lot of excitement from the crowd. And it's looking really good for us right now. It really is. And it's good to see that we're capitalizing on this, especially since this is our crosstown rival. I don't think that UC was expecting this out of us, especially out of the first game.
That'd be Kinnick's second passing touchdown for the game.
Oh.
And it is blocked. And he's going to be brought down around the 17, 18-yard line. That was number 20, Jalen Nelson, trying to make the play. Said he got swarmed by the Yellow Jackets out there.
Correct.
Pun intended.
And it's good that State did capitalize. They took advantage of that play, even though he did block that kick. We definitely took advantage of that, keeping him from getting any more yardage than he should have gotten.
And here's the replay, ladies and gentlemen, of that great pass to Deontay Brown.
And it's just good to see us getting all of these touchdowns and taking advantage of all of the green that we have on this field. It is a dogfight so far, even though UC has not put up any points yet. They're still fighting hard. That block kick was a reminder that this is still our rival, and I don't think they're going to try and go out bad. They're going to fight as much as they can throughout these next couple of quarters.
And also just great downfield blocking for the Yellow Jackets. Made a big difference in both the Deontay Brown touchdown and the Quentin Gray touchdown.
And he's definitely taking advantage of his targets that you've mentioned. I feel like he's not missing out on anybody. He's being very equal with who he's passing to, so he's not missing any of his players that he usually passes to, even the new ones.
You know you don't belong out here.
Ball is up. McAllister muffs it, picks it back up, and making defenders miss left and right.
There's going to be another flag.
We have 2 flags out in the field. Hear the call from the head ref. They block in the back against the Golden Eagles. And instead of starting this drive around the 20-yard line, they're going to start it behind the 10.
It looks like UC is just not getting to where they need to be, and it's good for us, which is what we want. But as far as UC is concerned, the coaches over there, they're not too happy about how this first quarter is going for them.
Kelly and company will be starting in the shadow of their own goalpost. Comes the snap, hands it off. And he may get a yard, maybe 2 on that play. Not much though.
Number 1, Tavion Cappy. That type of day. 3, second down 7.
Looks like State's ready for this hurry-up offense that they're using.
Be humble, man. It's only the first quarter.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds around the 25-yard line.
Number 4, Tyree.
We'll get the first down plus more.
Hey, get a ball call!
I can definitely see that UC is getting tired, which explains a lot of the substitutions that they are making. But they're doing okay so far.
Kelly will keep the ball, and he's going to be brought down at the Yellow Jacket 37-38 yard line by number 25, Cave Conte. And just like that, they are in Yellow Jacket territory.
And hopefully, based off of the last play that they did, they can stop them from getting past the 20-yard line, because that's about as far as they got. But as far as that, I'm seeing a lot of good things out of this defense.
It looks like Conte just got the wind knocked out of him. He's walking off the field under his own power. And Dickerson looks like he has his right knee wrapped up a little bit. Getting ready to go to a replay.
Play hard! Play hard! Let's go! Let's go!
1st and 10. Ball on the Yellow Jackets' 37-yard line. Here comes the snap, hands the ball off. And he's brought down in the backfield.
And once again, they're under pressure, and it seems that State is really doing well under pressure. And this is a good thing for us. Hopefully they can keep them pushed back, keep pushing them back.
Fakes the handoff. Kelly keeps it for himself. And he's going to go nowhere out in the field. He may make it back to the original line of scrimmage.
And that's that Yellow Jacket defense that I was talking about under pressure, keeping them far no farther than where they started, which is really good for us. And it seems that the crowd is very amped by this performance so far.
Forward progress will be a factor here. Bring up 3rd and 9. And Kelly just gets out the grasp of the defense. Still not enough for the first down.
It'll be 4th and 9. 4th and 3, my apologies.
4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. And it looks like Kelly and company is going to go for it. Comes a snap. Going to keep it for himself. And it looks like he may get the first down.
There really is a dogfight right now.
And no! Will be a turnover on downs for the Yellow Jackets, well, for the Golden Eagles, excuse me. Will be Yellow Jackets ball.
So far, how do you feel about this first quarter, Jeff?
I feel like we have been in control for the biggest majority of this quarter. You know, once the Golden Eagles once their offense gets into our territory, it seems like our defense just shuts them down before they even get a chance to get to the red zone. It's going to be 1st and 10. Ball on the Yellow Jackets' 27-yard line. Here's a snap, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield.
Seeing a little frustration out of Khalil Wilkins, number 2 from Temple Hill, Maryland.
Kennick's going to have one receiver lined up to his left, 3 off to his right. 1 back in the backfield with him. Comes the snap, steps back, dumps it off to Wilkins. Wilkins is going to get a gain of 3, maybe 4.
No, you got it, man. You got it.
So let me go back.
Being that this is Wilkins' first game, he's doing very well due to him starting. This is his first season. He's doing very well, especially after this is our crosstown rival. You would usually think that there would be a little bit of emptiness, but he's doing well. He's keeping his composure when he can. He's doing pretty good.
A.J. Barrett was in motion in the backfield. Here comes the snap, steps back, fakes the pass, rolls off to the right, and he's just going to keep it for himself through the quick Kennick keeper, and he will get the first down plus more. He dropped around the Yellow Jacket 44-yard line.
Takes it out to the 44.
Looks like we can add hurdler to Kennick's resume. A lot of the players on this team have a lot of side hustles and side jobs that they do.
A snap, dumps the pass off to number 80, and he's going to get the first down.
It looks like that was Robert Romans,
the tight end out of Huntington, West Virginia.
He takes it down to the UC 43. First down. Yellow Jackets.
Be 1st and 10. Ball on the Golden Eagles 44-yard line. 43, excuse me. Comes a snap.
Oh, Wilkins is going.
And it seems like the Golden Eagles do not have an answer for the Yellow Jackets once they get into their own territory.
First down. Yellow Jackets.
And the crowd is extremely amped with this performance so far. They're doing such a good job, especially this being our first game. And this is setting the tone for for what we're going to see for the rest of this season.
Yeah, close to an offsides penalty where you see trying to jump the snap. Quentin goes into motion. Ball gets hand off to Wilkins.
It looks like we have an injury on the field again. It looks like number 75, Rizzo Bridle, but I feel like he can carry his own weight. He's one of our bigger players.
Yeah, he may have just gotten the wind knocked out of him. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Here comes the snap. It's the ball off to Deontay Brown. Gets tripped up. Bring up third down.
Loss of 1, 3rd and 5.
We're coming to the last seconds of the game, or the first quarter.
And the Yellow Jackets may just let the first quarter run out, sending us into the second. Your score right now is 13-zip. Yellow Jackets on top. Here in Dickerson Stadium and Lakin Field in Institute, West Virginia.
So far, it looks pretty good. That first quarter was very promising, and it looks good for us. Now we'll see what they're going to do these next couple of quarters, but so far it doesn't look like they're on their A game at all. I don't think they were expecting us to come out the way that we came out with so much adrenaline and excitement, which is good for us, and it's good for the crowd. It's good for them all together. It's good for the school. The fact that this is our crosstown rival and we're up ahead of them. We have not beaten UC in quite a while, so this is definitely a good look for us, and it's very promising to see this.
You said first quarter after that, though.
Very much so. I know our defense was caught off by the hurry-up offense coming from the Golden Eagles. But after a few quick adjustments, shut them down on both their drives in the first quarter. And here we go, 3rd and 5. Ball is on the, looks like 12-yard line.
And seeing a little bit of drizzle falling down across Dickerson Stadium. This has definitely not stopped the Yellow Jackets from doing what they've been doing.
Comes the snap, dumps the pass off. Beautiful catch from Quentin Gray.
And once again, they're taking full advantage of every second. They've already got a touchdown within the first 5 seconds of the game, or of the second quarter, and that is amazing to see how much we're doing so well. It just looks good, and it just feels good just for all of state just to see this, especially being at home.
Right place at the right time for Quentin Gray. Ball is up, and the PAT is good. 20-0, ladies and gentlemen. We've just gotten into the second quarter.
Right. It's only been 5 seconds. Like I said, this is just, it's good. It feels good. Being that people are out here, even rain or shine, it doesn't matter how the weather is looking. It looks good to see this going on. We're doing really well. And taking advantage of every single second that we have. This is just a good way to start.
And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Ball gets tipped, and Quentin Gray, again, right place at the right time.
Tiptoes right into the end zone.
Pretty much, he gets into the end zone just untouched, just like Mr. Gray likes it.
Yes,
he does not like to be touched at all.
Correct. He really emphasizes that. I asked him why. He just said he doesn't like to be touched, which it's good that he is the wide receiver. He can just get it and go.
If you need to, man. If you need to, just disconnect. Can you disconnect that?
Getting ready for the kickoff from the Yellow Jackets.
I don't know how we tangled it, but we just
so far, so good from the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, we got it, man. All right, just start.
Let me step around.
The kick ball is up.
We're going around.
McAllister is going to get it.
The crowd, though, right?
Around the 10.
Okay.
He's at the 20, the 30. He's going to slip around the 33-yard line.
Rain is starting to fall a little bit harder, which means the field is going to get a little bit slicker. So let's see how the rest of this quarter goes out. If this rain gets a little bit more harder, it falls a little bit more. It's definitely going to be a mud fight, as you said.
Mud Bowl here in the Institute, West Virginia.
Hey, Crump, you ugly.
Here comes the snap. Dumps the pass off. No good. Intended receiver was number 80, Mike Strachan.
Number 10, Kalen Striegel, almost had it, but nonetheless was not caught by the receiver.
Here comes the snap.
What'd you say?
Rolls off to the right. Makes one defender miss, makes another defender miss. And Olszewski has one defender to beat, and he'll be pushed out of bounds by number 22.
It looks like they got a flag, though.
Hey, Rick, number 14, Mace Olszewski on the ball carrier.
And there is a flag on the far end of the field.
Let's hope I don't get it tangled up this time.
Getting ready to hear the call from the head referee. And it will be against the Golden Eagles.
It looks like they'll deduct some of that yardage.
They take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. They are in Yellow Jacket territory nonetheless. Olszewski dumps it off to number 3, Blaine Stewart, for a quick 3-yard gain.
See a little celebration from Kevin Coffey, somebody to watch for, and he's been doing well so far.
Golden Eagles send a man in motion. He's feeling the pressure and just dumps it off to Cappy. And he could not come away with it. Now bring up 3rd and 7.
And it looks like this game so far is not in UC's favor. They can't capitalize, it seems like, but State is definitely taking advantage of every single play they can possibly get.
Crucial 3rd down for the Golden Eagles right now. He'll step back. He's going to keep it for himself. And he is going to be brought down by the Yellow Jacket defense.
Number 14, Olszewski, the ball carrier. Get him wrong.
Once again, they just can't capitalize, but it looks like once again State is doing their due diligence and doing their job of keeping this score at 0 for them.
I said I have comms again now.
Carter Jamerson out there for the Golden Eagles to punt this ball off. We got Zach Pate back to receive.
Timeout. West Virginia State University. That's their first timeout of the half.
And will be a timeout for the Yellow Jackets. And score is 20-0. Yellow Jackets up by 3 possessions. We will be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm an adult learner from Philadelphia.
I'm from Cincinnati.
I'm from Hurricane, Mexico.
I'm from California, and I chose state
because I wanted a small school.
It's convenient.
I wanted a strong elementary education program.
Because it's an HBCU.
I love the people at state.
I love learning in the Cancer Research Lab.
My professors want me to succeed.
Now they make me work for the grade.
State is definitely preparing me for the future that I want.
I'm being prepared for dental school.
A research scientist. Once you choose state,
you're gonna love state.
Find your passion
at wvstateu.edu.
UC punts the ball off. Pate calling for a fair catch. He'll be at the 9-yard line where Kinnick and company will start this drive. Score is 20-0. Yellow Jackets up by 3 possessions. 13 minutes left to go in the first half.
And doing so well in this first half.
Yeah, the Golden Eagles defense has not had an answer for this Yellow Jacket offense. This is the deepest the Yellow Jackets have started a drive all game long. He'll hand the ball off to Wilkins. He'll get a 4, maybe 5-yard gain on that one.
Let's see how UC answers in this possession. They're like you said, they're not really answering.
Second and 7. Hands the ball off. And looks like he will be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Sideline warning, Charleston.
No gain on the previous play, 3rd and 7. 12:06 left to go in the first half.
And we see Quentin Gray just came out on the field.
Look for a pass coming from Kinnick. Look for an open man. And way over top of Quentin Gray.
Pass intended for number 11, Quentin Gray. It's incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
Gray had to be another 5 foot taller just to make that catch.
Just a little bit more stretch in those arms, and he would have definitely got it. But he is an athletic player, but that pass might not have been the best for him. This is the least amount of yardage in any of the plays that they've had so far. And this is the farthest back that they've ever been, the deepest that they've ever been in the field, as you said.
We're going to have Kane Roush out there back to receive his punt from Cole Patterson. Ball is up. And
around the 40-yard line.
It will be in Yellow Jacket territory. Great field position for the Golden Eagles.
Let's see how this Golden Eagles offense answers to the Yellow Jacket defense. So far, they haven't found one yet, but let's see if this might be the one. They have really good position so far on the field, so let's see if they take advantage of that.
This will be the biggest test for the Yellow Jackets defense. in this ball game. Olszewski dumps the pass off, in and out of the hands of DeAndre Brooks.
Pass is in for number 8, DeAndre Brooks. It's incomplete. Brings up second down.
Bring up 2nd and 10. Comes a snap. Dumps it off to number 6, John Wernicke. And he will get the first down for the Golden Eagles.
That pass complete to number 6, John.
It looks like a tackle by number 25, Cave Conte.
UC first down.
Somebody else you got to definitely look out for. This defense has a lot of secret weapons.
Comes a snap, hands the ball off. Now I know me and Cave has talked before, and he does like he likes to be called KO Conte.
And it seems as if everybody has something special about him on this team. That's something new. I have not heard of that before.
10-11, 10-11.
Second and 8. Hands the ball off to Cappy.
Number 1, Tavion Cappy, the ball carrier.
This is the closest that they've been to the end zone. Let's see if this Yellow Jackets defense can get a stop once again. At least hold them to a field goal.
Be 1st and 10. Ball on the Yellow Jackets' 12-yard line. We'll have a man in motion. Kelly's just going to be gobbled up by the Yellow Jackets defense.
Once again, the Yellow Jackets defense, under pressure, they're doing really, really well, keeping them out of that end zone. That is the biggest priority that they have as defenders, but they're doing really well by doing that. They're definitely doing their job.
Making it rough out there for number 7, Kelly. After that play, glad forward progress is a thing. Fakes the handoff, dumps the pass, and it will be incomplete. Intended receiver, Tavion Cappy.
Brings up third down.
Under 10 minutes to go in the first half. 3rd and 10.
And that was an ample opportunity for UC, and they missed it. And it's strange just seeing this, but it feels good that the defense is capitalizing in every way possible.
Big 3rd down for the Golden Eagles. And had a man in the corner of the end zone. It looks like that's going to be a pass interference.
Yeah.
Pass intent for number 3,
Tevin Littleton.
He made contact, Coach. He ran him over. It don't matter. It doesn't matter, Coach.
Waiting for the official rule from the head referee.
Pass interference. Defense number 4. The foul occurred in the end zone. By rule, the ball will be placed on the 2-yard line.
First down.
Automatic first down.
And it will be a pass interference call. Bring up 1st and goal. And Kelly is going to get into the end zone with ease.
Number 7, Jermaine Kelly, touchdown, Golden Eagles.
And that was the one time you did not want a flag out in the field.
Correct. It definitely changed the momentum for that because of that pass interference. It gave UC that 6 points that they've been looking for.
Get ready to have Dylan Miles attempt the PAT. It is up and it is good. UC is on the board now.
Dylan Miles adds the extra point.
20-7. Yellow Jackets up by 13 points with 9:16 left to go in the first half.
That would be the first time that the defense let them get away with that touchdown, but I'm not expecting that again. We're up 20-7, but things can change really quickly, but I'm expecting the defense to stay on their toes after that. I don't think that's going to happen again.
No, I believe so. The Yellow Jackets have been in control for pretty much all of this game so far. Just one little mistake on that last drive made a difference between 7 points and 3 points.
Correct.
Here comes the replay. Again, Kelly just gets into the end zone with ease, practically untouched. And we're going to have, looks like Deontay Brown and H.A. Barrett deep back to receive for the Yellow Jackets. Carter Jamerson getting ready to kick the ball off for the Golden Eagles. And he's going to squib kick it. It's going to be picked up by number 6, Dwan Etheridge.
Let's see how they can answer back to this UC touchdown.
Good field position for the Yellow Jackets. Start this drive.
Dwan Etheridge on the return.
Offside, kicking team. 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the return. First and West Virginia.
It looks like there was a penalty on the field against the Golden Eagles. Ball is on the Yellow Jacket 40-yard line. First and 10. Comes a snap. Dumps the pass off to Tyrell Henderson. First down for the Yellow Jackets. And that's what we said. Kinnick has a lot of different weapons out there on the field. He took a hard lick as that ball was leaving his hands, but he is standing right back up. That goes to the toughness of the Yellow Jacket quarterback, Matt Kinnick. Comes a snap, hands the ball off. And he'll get 3, maybe 4 yards on the play.
Like you said, Kinnick, he's a really strong player. He is a graduate student, like you said. He's doing really, really well, and we've seen a lot of progression out of him over the past 4, now 5 years going on.
Really see this young man mold into the leader that he is today. Kinnick's got 3 receivers lined up to his right, 1 on his left. Fakes the handoff. Dumps the pass off to Pate. And Pate will get a first down plus more for the Yellow Jackets. Knocking on the door of the red zone.
And once again, showing all of his targets and secret weapons that he does have. He really does have a lot of people to pass to, so he has a lot of options at his leisure.
Comes a snap, dumps it off to Gray. Gray will get 5 yards on the play. Bring up second down. Kinnick got 2 receivers lined up to his left, 2 on his right. 1 back in the backfield with him. Making an adjustment on the offense. Here comes a snap. Dumps the pass. Intended receiver, Robert Romans. Bring up third down. That would stop the clock at 6:52.
That's all I got, yeah.
Once again, they're really close to this end zone, so let's see how they can take advantage of this. It doesn't look like they're doing too bad.
Here comes the snap. Kinnick steps back. Dumps it off to A.J. Barrett. Barrett gets the first down. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line. Bring up first and goal.
First down.
Kinnick's got Peyton Gray lined up on his left. No receivers on his right. Hands the ball off to Wilkins. And Wilkins just trucking his way into the end zone. Refusing to drop.
And what a way to start off your season as Khalil Wilkins. First game of the season and his first touchdown as well. A lot of celebration out of him. And well-deserved celebration at that.
Wilkins with the 8-yard touchdown there. Ball is up, and the PAT is good. 27-7. Yellow Jackets up by 20 points in this ball game. 6:15 left to go in the first half.
Once again, they're doing really well, and this is definitely like night and day how we were playing at UC last year, and it was this exact same score, but this was at the end of the fourth. This is only the second quarter, and almost a mirror image, just flipped over to this side, and it's in our favor in this situation, which is definitely good for West Virginia State University.
Yellow Jackets getting ready to kick the ball off. It looks like Jalen Nelson and Tyreek McAllister will be deep back to receive for the Golden Eagles.
So far, so good from these Yellow Jackets. It looks like we're leading in first downs and yardage as well.
All across the board. Ball is up. Cowser's going to get at the 10-yard line, drops it, picks it back up. And he's just going to run into a wall of Yellow Jackets.
Once again, that defense is doing their job and then some, making it easier for the defensive coordinator. Doesn't have to say too much. They are doing exactly what they need to.
Yeah.
Going to have Olszewski bring his offensive unit out into the field. He's going to have a man in motion. Hands the ball off to McAllister. McAllister may get a yard on the play. Yeah, right now the Golden Eagles are leading in the rushing yards category, 155 to the Yellow Jackets 82. They've stuck to the ground game most of this ball game. Olszewski's going to keep it for himself, and he is going to get the first down, be pushed out of bounds around the 35-yard line.
First down, Golden Eagles.
It's once again, it really is a dogfight, like you said, Jeff.
Here comes the snap. Olszewski's going to dump it off to McAllister. Deep back to receive. In and out of the hands.
Number 4, Robert Burns, number 15 on the cover.
Bring up 2nd and 10.
Second down.
5:15 left on the clock in the second quarter.
Comes the snap, hands the ball off, and he'll be lucky if he got 2 yards on that play. Again, this Yellow Jackets defense has been, besides the one slip up earlier in this quarter, they have been pretty much unstoppable out there.
Correct, and they're definitely taking advantage of that. They're not going backwards at all.
Olszewski dumps it off to Ross. Ross is going to be brought down around the Yellow Jackets 35-yard line. Comes a snap. Olszewski going to keep it for himself. And he's just going to walk out of bounds. Had nowhere to go there.
Once again, that defense is keeping them from going much of anywhere. It's pretty good to watch them have to just do what they need to do without having to be told. The coaches, they don't really have to do much.
And feeling the pressure on Olszewski right now. And he's just going to have to step out of bounds. It seemed like he did throw the ball away.
He did, and it's looking like UC is kind of getting a little bit tired. They're not having as many substitutions that they did earlier. Other than that, like they just look tired. And there's only 4 minutes left in this first half, so let's see what they can do with it.
That was a gutsy call from Olszewski. Could have been called for a intentional grounding. He's going to dump the pass to number 3, Blaine Stewart, but there is a flag out in the field. It's thrown in the backfield. This may be a hold against the Golden Eagles, and it will be.
And like you said, every step forward that they take, it's as if they take 2 steps back. And they just can't keep their momentum.
Olszewski looking over to the sideline for the play. He'll bring up 3rd and long. Comes a snap. Dumps a pass off. And he'll make one defender miss and will be gobbled up by number 24, Will Jean Charles. DeAndre Brooks on the pass. And it looks like they're going to send the punting unit out. Pate will be deep back to receive for the Yellow Jackets. Ball is up. And it will go into the end zone for a touchback.
And so far, it seems as if UC just can't get a grasp of that advantage. Like they're just, it's hard for them to get that momentum going, and it's looking good for State. We got that momentum and we keep it going. We had a couple of slip ups, but only a couple, and it's good to see that. It takes a lot of stress off of the coaches having to tell them what all they need to do. But other than that, great effort by State so far in this first half.
1st and 10 ball on the Yellow Jackets 20-yard line. Comes the pass off to number 13, Jamal Brown. He'll get a quick 5-yard gain on that play.
2:37 left on the clock.
27-7 is your score. Kinnick, here comes the snap. Comes the pass off to Quentin Gray. Gray makes one defender miss, and he will be brought down around the Yellow Jackets 30-yard line. Bring up 3rd down.
So far, it looks like Gray and Khalil Wilkins are Kinnick's go-to players for this game. They're both doing well in their respective positions. It looks pretty good for Quentin Gray. This is his senior year, so let's see how he finishes out this first half.
2 minutes to go in the first half. Comes a snap, hands the ball off to Wilkins, and he may just have enough for the first down. And he does. I'll bring up 1st and 10. Comes snap, fakes the handoff. Dumps it off to Reese Yellick, number 46.
46, Reese Yellick. First down, Yellow Jackets.
Defense showing blitz. Kinnick rolls off. Intended receiver, Zach Pate.
10 or 17, Zach Pate.
He'll bring up 2nd down.
Just a little too low. Pate had his hands just a little bit lower. Wasn't able to get that pass.
Kinnick. Got 3 receivers lined up to his right, 1 to his left. He's got Wilkins in the backfield with him. Here comes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Dumps the pass. And that was number 80, Robert Romans. The big first down for the Yellow Jackets. A little over a minute to go in the first half.
Hey, Tim, what happened?
The Yellow Jacket offense going to try to score right before they go into halftime. The Golden Eagles will receive in the second half. Defense showing blitz. Here comes a snap. And gets it off to Quentin Gray, in and out of the hands.
A little frustration from Gray. Unlike him to not get the ball, he just had a play previously where the ball really just fell into his hands, or fall out of his hands is unlike him.
And as you can see, the Western State faithful have come out here. Rain or shine, they will be here in Dickerson Stadium to support the Yellow Jackets.
Correct, and it's especially because this is our hometown rival, expecting a lot more people. And a lot of celebration from the crowd.
And will be a timeout on the Yellow Jacket side of the ball. Score is 27-7, 25.5 seconds left to go in the first half. Will be third down. And we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
West Virginia State is known for pushing boundaries, exploring new opportunities, and investing in the community. A passionate pursuit of excellence inside and outside the classroom ignites our students' abilities, leading to great achievements today and long into the future. Find your passion at West Virginia State University.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Petty, Bajan Sewell here in the booth. University of Charleston Golden Eagles here in NC West Virginia taking on the West Virginia State Yellow Jackets. The Yellow Jackets are up by 20 points, 27-7. 25.5 points left to go in the first half. 3rd and 10. Ball is on the Yellow Jackets' 20-yard line. Comes a snap. Gets it off to Wilkins. And Wilkins refusing to fall.
Wilkins is definitely showing a lot of heart and a lot of intensity, doing such a good job in his season opener overall.
And the Yellow Jackets going to have time for at least one more play. Matt Kinnick spikes the ball. Stop the clock at 4.1 seconds. Here comes the replay from that never say die attitude coming from Wilkins. Wilkins just trying to truck along there and refusing to go down.
Yes, Wilkins has a lot of heart, and I believe his family came all the way down from Maryland just to see him play in his first game, so I'm sure that they're more than happy to see him perform above and beyond for the Yellow Jackets.
As the refs are on the field having a conversation. 1st and goal. Yellow Jackets ball right now. West Virginia State trying to add a little bit more points on the score before they go into halftime. Again, the Golden Eagles will receive in the second half.
They're doing so far so good. These 4 seconds left on the clock. Let's see how they close out this first half. The
offensive unit gets set up. One more play to go in the first half.
We see Deontay Brown has come onto the field.
Had that beautiful reception from their beautiful receiving touchdown from Matt Kinnick earlier in the ball game.
It looks like everybody's getting a touchdown today. Kinnick is not selfish with the ball. He's definitely giving all of his players a chance to shine, especially against this crosstown rival UC.
Coach Pennington looks upset about something out there. May have to do something with the clock. It did seem when Kinnick snapped the ball, clock may have went down a couple more seconds than it should have. That is only from our vantage point. The referees are right there in the middle of the action. They have a better viewpoint than anybody.
It looks like Coach Penn's going to bring his players up.
And it looks like he may send the field goal unit out. will be a timeout, West Virginia State. And score is 27-7. 4.1 seconds left to go in the first half. And as they take a timeout in the field, we will here in the booth. Come back with us.
We aren't looking for just any college students. We want passionate, curious, hard-working multitaskers. The strongest West Virginians. Those who work, parent, and go the extra mile because they wouldn't have it any other way. Those who want professors to know them by name. And those who know that a fast-paced life is best navigated with a family who has your back. We are West Virginia State University. And if this is you, you're one of us.
Aaron Ball out there to attempt a 29-yard field goal for the Yellow Jackets. And a timeout on the Golden Eagles side of the ball. It's turned into timeout city out in the...
That's what I was going to say. It just seems like they're just trying to take advantage of all these timeouts now.
Well, we haven't. We might as well waste them.
Right.
I'm sure they're not wasting them.
Right. 3 timeouts left. You might as well just use the rest. And I feel like the way this is playing out, they might call a couple more, maybe to just get the momentum slowed down a little bit with 4.1 seconds on the clock.
Score is 27-7. 4.1 seconds left to go in the first half. And the teams make their way back out in the field. Aaron Ball going to attempt, again, a 29-yard field goal for the Yellow Jackets. Ball is up, and it is good. And the Yellow Jackets are going to go into halftime with a 23-point lead over the Golden Eagles. Score is right now 30-7. And Bajan, what is your impressions of the first half of this ball game?
Well, for me, it looks great to beat our rival. And it's just amazing how much we've progressed over this entire offseason. It's really good for the Yellow Jackets. I'm really proud of them so far in this first half. Let's see how they close out with the second half.
And your score is 30-7. As they take a timeout in the field, we will in the booth. Come back with us.
West Virginia State is known for pushing boundaries, exploring new opportunities, and investing in the community. A passionate pursuit of excellence inside and outside the classroom ignites our students' abilities, leading to great achievements today.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Dickerson Stadium at Lincoln Field here in Institute, West Virginia. My apologies there. My name is Jeff Eddy, and I'm joined here in the broadcast booth with
Asian Sewell.
And your score is 30-7. Yellow Jackets are up by 23 points. And it looks like after the first half, the Golden Eagles are outrushing the Yellow Jackets 169-104. But the Yellow Jackets have a commanding lead with passing yards, 241-68. And the Yellow Jackets are also beating them in first downs, 15-12. And then with third downs, the Golden Eagles have only been able to convert on one, while the Yellow Jackets have been able to convert on 7 of 8 of them.
And it's looking very promising through these stats. We're seeing how much Matt Kinnick is passing this game versus rushing. He's still giving the ball to his backs, but at the end of the day, his main targets, Quentin Gray and Zach Pate, they're definitely getting their fair share of some receptions and yardage.
Ball is up, received at the 10-yard line by number 22. Tries to hurdle over the defender. Will be stopped around the 30-yard line. Matt Kinnick is one touchdown away from the all-time passing touchdown record here at West Virginia State University. And Quentin Gray, going into this game, was, I believe, 19 receptions away from the all-time receptions here at State.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like this is going to be a record-breaking season from what it seems, from the things that you have just listed off. It's going to be a very interesting season, seeing them break records that have been here for a while.
Here comes the pass. And he's going to keep it for himself. Going to slip in the mud out there. Yeah, halftime, ladies and gentlemen. The rain decided to start pouring down here in Institute, West Virginia.
And this is a different environment than it was in the first half. Instead of semi-wet field, the field is completely drenched. So we'll see how UC can deal with this, considering they have a turf.
And he's going to fake the handoff, keep it for himself, and he'll get 5 yards on the play, get back to the original line of scrimmage. Will bring up third down, though. And UC is probably in the muddiest part of the field right now.
Correct. Let's see how they can counteract this. It's a lot of mud, but if they play their cards right, they should be able to get through it.
Here comes the snap, steps back, looking for an open man, and gets away from the defenders barely. Still feeling the pressure, dumps the pass off to number 8, and he will get the first down, and that was DeAndre Brooks for the Golden Eagles.
And so far, UC is doing their due diligence. Let's see how they can get down the field some more. Usually when they get around the 30 or 20-yard line is when the state defense starts to come in full circle.
Rush there. Quick 5-yard gain for the Golden Eagles. Brings up second down. 13 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Got Kelly in the backfield now. Hands the ball off. And he may have just enough for the first down. And instead it's going to be 3rd and inches. Here comes a snap. And he will get the first down there. Tevion Cappy.
And it is definitely a mud bowl, as you said, Jeff.
And we've said that numerous times in this broadcast that it was going to get muddy out there. Fakes the handoff, dumps it off to number 6, John Wernicke. He'll get a quick 7-yard gain there. And almost messed up on the snap, but he's going to be gobbled up in the backfield by Trent Williamson.
And there's that state defense that we've been seeing the entire game so far, just taking full advantage of it and keeping them away from the end zone, which is exactly what the defense should do. So they're keeping their end up on the deal.
It'll be 3rd and 10. Ball on the Yellow Jackets' 43-yard line. Shotgun formation. Here comes the snap. Steps back. Dumps it off. Almost intercepted. In and out of the hands of Kevin Coffey. And in fact, it went through the hands of a couple of different D-backs.
You hear a groan from the crowd. An interception would definitely get them riled up for this second half. It's starting off pretty slow, but defense is definitely once again doing their job.
And that will bring up 4th down. Zach Pate deep back to receive this punt. And here comes a kick. Ball is up. And it will bounce out of bounds around the 15-yard line. It's where Matt Kinnick will start this drive. Again, your score is 30-7. Yellow Jackets have been in command of this ball game the entire time, just about.
They've definitely been in full control of this game. They've been doing everything that their coaches are telling them to do, which is leading the coaches not to really have to tell them what they have to do. They're just doing exactly what they need to do. This is taking a lot of pressure off of the coaches, and I know Coach Pennington is very, very happy with the performance of his players so far.
Here comes a snap. Kinnick fakes the handoff, and he's feeling the pressure. Tried to get the ball off. Intended receiver was Robert Romans, but there is a flag out in the field. And the only scoring drive that the Golden Eagles have been able to do this entire game was the rushing touchdown for Kelly, which was brought on by a pass interference call just beforehand. And there'll be a holding call on the Yellow Jackets.
And just a few slip-ups from the Yellow Jackets, but not too many. This is one of the few. You could probably only count that on one of your hands. How many times the Yellow Jackets have had mistakes.
They'll be pushed back to inside their own 10-yard line. Kinnick's got one receiver on his left, one on his right, two backs in the backfield with him. He's got Wilkins and Yellick. Hands the ball off to Wilkins, and Wilkins is just trucking down the field, and he's off to the races. Big gain for the Yellow Jackets right now. Wilkins will be dropped around the 50-yard line. Again, they was inside the 10, so that was over a 40-yard rush for Wilkins.
Once again, Wilkins is doing everything and then some. We have an instant replay, and he is just going and going. And he could have made it all the way if he had just a couple more strides. But nonetheless, what a great play by Khalil Wilkins.
First and 10, ball on the Yellow Jacket 49-yard line. Kinnick sends Peyton in motion, gets the pass off to him, and he's going to be brought down inside Golden Eagle territory.
Once again, starting to get to the muddiest part of the field. So a lot of slipping and sliding, but a lot of gain of yards.
Now we've seen slipping and sliding from Olszewski in the previous drive for the Golden Eagles. The Yellow Jackets are getting near that muddy spot on the field. Bring up second down. Here comes the snap. Hands the ball off. And Deontay Brown's going to be brought down in the backfield.
And he's relying on Khalil Wilkins a lot, but Deontay Brown is definitely somebody that you will need to look out for in the long run of the season. We can add Khalil Wilkins to the tricks of all of the trade that Matt Kinnick has. He has a lot of players that he can pass to and hand off to in the backfield and to the sides of him.
Bring up 3rd and 9. Loss of 1 yard on the previous play. Here comes a snap. Kinnick steps back. Dumps the pass to Zach Payton. He will get the first down for the Yellow Jackets. Again, the Yellow Jackets have failed to convert on 1 3rd down this entire ball game. That stat alone speaks volumes of this Yellow Jacket offense.
It's a very confident offense at that. They're doing very well so far.
Comes a snap. Hands it off to Wilkins. And Wilkins is breaking free yet again. And he is going to be dropped around the 1 yard line. Again, Wilkins refusing to fall down.
You can hear the crowd, specifically his family members, celebrating a lot down below. Very, very exciting to see Khalil Wilkins do the best that he possibly can, and then even better than that, exceeding his standards for his very first game. And we can definitely add Khalil Wilkins to people to look out for this season in the long run. He's very quick, he's very fast, and it's kind of like he doesn't like to be touched, kind of like Quentin Gray. He moves really, really quickly.
We have an injury timeout out in the field right now. And Golden Eagle on the far side of the field, being tended to by the trainers. Score is 30-7. Again, Khalil Wilkins is the man right now. Reminds me a little bit of a faster Owen Schmidt.
He's really quick. Like, he's extremely quick. Once he gets the ball, he is just gone. He's really fast. It makes me wonder, what does he have planned for the long run? He's only a sophomore at that, so let's see what he can do for the team. He's doing extremely well.
Indeed. He's not trying to do any fancy footwork out there on the field. Kind of like a Jerome Bettis.
Yes, he's really quick on the field, and he's also, besides that, he's excited and he loves the game. You can tell from his celebration when he got his first touchdown. He was so close to getting that second touchdown, but the amount of yardage that he's getting is phenomenal for his very first game. Playing with a lot of excitement and a lot of adrenaline, which is what you would want to see out of any player.
And it's good to see the Golden Eagle player who was down is able to walk off the field under his own power. The Yellow Jacket offense taking a knee out of respect for him.
And there's 8:33 on the clock in the third quarter.
First and goal. Ball on the 1 yard line. Comes a snap. Kinnick is going to be dropped in the backfield, but there will be a flag.
Looks like a horse collar. And things like that, when you have those things that you do, that really changes the momentum. And it looks like it was a horse collar. Stuff like that really changes the momentum when you have those penalties and stuff like that. That really switches gears a lot. So you have to be careful with how you're tackling and how you approach the players when you're doing these things.
Instead of losing 5 yards on the play, the Yellow Jackets will be on the half-yard line, hands it off, and we'll be in for the score. That was number 8, A.J. Barrett. Score is 36-7. Yellow Jackets with a commanding lead over the Golden Eagles. Excuse me, that was Dwan Etheridge.
There's still a lot of excitement from the Yellow Jacket Nation on the sidelines and in the crowd.
Ball is up and the ball is good. 37-7. Yellow Jackets on top by 30 points. 8:03 left to go in the third quarter. And 1 year ago, if you would have told a West Virginia State fan that the opening season of your 2017 season will be against the University of Charleston, and you will be in the third quarter, up by 30, some people call you crazy.
Correct. Compared to last season, it's like night and day. If we were to have a longer season, kind of like the NFL, we were to play UC twice because they're in our conference, a lot of people would look at you like, well, that doesn't sound right. But the way that West Virginia State has come out as confident as they are, I feel like last season's boys, they would look at each other like, wow, we have a lot to look forward to. And they're doing such a great job, and it's great to see how much this team has progressed in such little time.
And that shows the hard work of Coach Pennington, how he's just turned his team around.
Mm-hmm.
I know I had a chance to speak to him earlier this year about what he's seen, what he was wanting to change, and just wanting to change the perspective of a lot of these players.
Mm-hmm.
Ball picked up around the 20-yard line, loses it. Recovered by the Yellow Jackets.
And it looks like that was from number 42, Darius Good, throwing up the hooks, member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. A lot of excitement from these players. Every chance they get, they are taking advantage of it. And it is so good to see every player getting some type of shine in this game.
Kinnick bringing his troops back out into the field. First and 10. Ball is on the 35-yard line. Here comes the snap. Fakes the handoff, rolls off, gets the ball off to Brady Cox. And Cox is going to get the first down plus more. He's going to be dropped around the 10-yard line.
Brady Cox kind of reminds me a little bit of Jimmy Graham, just a little. He's tall, he's big. He's able to get past these defenders like it's nothing, and I feel like that's a really good look for us to have all of these players just all around. He's doing such a great job with his players and getting the ball to every single one of his players as well.
Be 1st and 10 ball on the Golden Eagles 12-yard line. Kinnick snaps, gets the ball to A.J. Baird, and Baird will get in for the touchdown.
And you hear the crowd celebrating. And West Virginia State definitely took advantage of that, of getting the ball back, having good position. A.J. Barrett on the sideline celebrating, as they should. It looks like State just keeps pulling more and more things out of their pocket. They're doing such a great job right now.
Aaron Ball out there to attempt a PAT for the Yellow Jackets. Ball is up, and it is good, 44-7. And we're just a little over halfway in this third quarter.
Correct. And it's as if it's like really like night and day how this was last season. There's just we're doing so much more different things that we haven't done before, and it's great to see under Coach Pennington that West Virginia State is doing such a good job capitalizing on every opportunity they get, and it's so good to see, especially winning at home at your first game. That's exactly how you want your season to start off.
And the top of that, against crosstown rival UC.
Mm-hmm.
Again, last year, the final score of the UC State game was 26-7.
Mm-hmm.
The Yellow Jackets couldn't get nothing going on offense.
Correct. They had the opportunity in the beginning of that game. They had the lead. They had that 7-point lead, and after that, it started to just trickle down. It's as if in this game they have literally started and have not stopped. They are just like a speeding locomotive. They have not slowed down at all.
And here comes the kick. Ball is up. Number 13, Bryce Haskins fields it at the 15-yard line. He'll be brought down around the 17-yard line. Excuse me, that was the 27-yard line.
Nothing but excitement from this team, despite the gloomy weather. It's as if it's a sunny day in Institute, West Virginia. They're doing such a great job in keeping this crowd very, very satisfied with the score.
Olszewski in the backfield. He's got two backs back there with him, two receivers off to his left, one off to his right. Here comes the snap. Hands the ball off to number 9, Bernard Roberts, and he will get the first down for the Golden Eagles, plus a little bit more. He'll be dropped around the Golden Eagles' 44-yard line. Here comes the snap, hands the ball off to Roberts again.
Roberts is a senior from Washington, D.C., came from WVU and went down to Division II, came to UC around a year and a half ago.
Here comes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Olszewski just going to dump the pass off to number 4, Tyreek McAllister.
Looks like there's going to be a flag.
It'll be a hold on the Golden Eagles. Instead of 2nd and 2 in Yellow Jacket territory, it's going to be 2nd and long.
This is completely unheard of from University of Charleston.
And usually they are one of the powerhouses in the Mountain East Conference. Olszewski fakes the handoff, keeps the ball for himself, and there's just flags all over the field right now.
This is definitely unlike UC. Just it seems like every time they have the opportunity, I don't believe that they take it. So this is unheard of, and this is definitely strange. But for West Virginia State, we're definitely taking advantage of all of these missed opportunities that they take. We take those opportunities and use them to our advantage.
The penalty will be called against the University of Charleston Golden Eagles. And it is going to be second and a country mile for them. Hands the ball off to number 19, Tremaine Ross.
And once again, that muddy part of the field, that is not working in their favor for University of Charleston.
They will get little to nothing on that play. Bring up third down. Right there you see it. UC has only been able to convert on 3 of their 7 third downs in this ball game, while West Virginia State has been able to convert on 8 of their 9. Here comes the snap, steps back, dumps the pass off. Good catch coming from number 3, Blaine Stewart.
And once again, there's another flag on the play.
And this one may be called on the Golden Eagles yet again. And it is a hold. For every 2 steps forward that the University of Charleston takes forward, they take 3 steps back.
They are just unable to convert. They had the perfect opportunity to convert another third down. They just not take advantage of that. The holding play, or the holding call once again.
3rd and 28. And he's going to be gobbled up in the backfield by the defense. The Yellow Jackets, this defense has been unbreakable today.
Very unbreakable, and it gets you excited to wonder what they have to come later on throughout the season. They're doing such a great job taking advantage of every missed opportunity once again that UC takes.
Again, Zach Pate deep back to receive his punt from the Golden Eagles. Comes a snap. Ball is up. Pate will field it at the 32-yard line. And he's going to be brought down around the 42-yard line in Yellow Jacket territory.
It looks like West Virginia State still has a lot of momentum and a lot of energy to give. 4:54 left on the clock in the third quarter.
44-7, West Virginia State commanding lead over the Golden Eagles. It looks like there will be a penalty against the Yellow Jackets. Instead of starting around the 42-yard line, they will start this drive around the 32-yard line. Here comes the snap. Hands the ball off. And just everybody's getting in on it right there.
Everybody's trying to get their hands on something for this play. A lot of back and forth, but State is definitely taking more of that opportunity.
They'll bring up second down. Ball on the Yellow Jackets' 36-yard line. Second down, 5 yards to go. Here comes the snap. Bad snap coming from the Yellow Jackets. And they will lose a big chunk of yards on that play.
And that's definitely something you would not see out of Matt Kinnick as much as he has progressed over time. Definitely not something that you would expect out of him.
But right there, that just shows that the weather is starting to play a factor in this ball game.
Correct.
Very wet, very muddy out in the field.
There's not a clean jersey in sight.
Not at all. Here comes a snap. Hands the ball off. And he will get nothing on that play. Number 6, Dwan Etheridge. And that will bring out Cole Patterson for the punt.
This is really unlike West Virginia State as far as this game is concerned. Getting down the field, every opportunity they've gotten, this is the least amount of yardage that they've been able to convert.
Kane Roush deep back to receive the punt. And it will just stop. Won't bounce, nothing. It will just stop exactly at the 45-yard line.
It was like they put a piece of lead in that ball.
It's like there's a magnet right there.
Right.
Right there in that exact spot.
Might have to go investigate that UC side of the field. And once again, it seems as if all of the field at this point is the muddy part of the field. But once again, UC has not been able to take advantage of this muddy field at all.
Nonetheless, great field position for the Golden Eagles right now on their own 45-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
1st and 10. Here comes the snap. Hands the ball off. Fake. He gets it off to number 6, John Wernicke.
And Wernicke has definitely been a name that we've been hearing a lot from UC side of the ball.
They'll bring up 2nd and 3. Ball on the Yellow Jackets' 47-yard line. Here comes the snap. And he is going to be brought down around the 40. We'll get the first down, though.
We see that Yellow Jackets defense trying to capitalize like they've been doing.
Comes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Tosses it off to Wernicke. Wernicke gets out of bounds. Looks like he may have just enough for the first down.
It looks like we have an injury.
And that is number 5, Trent Williamson, down out in the field.
You see his teammates helping him out before the trainer comes up to assist.
It's good to see Williamson. He's walking off the field a little gingerly, but still a good sign that he's able to walk off under his own power.
There's been a lot of injuries. We see Brandon Dickerson now on crutches on the sideline, so he will not be playing the rest of this game. And it looks like, honestly, it might be the weather that is coming to these injuries. It seems as if the slipping and all of that's causing a lot of injuries just within itself.
Here comes the snap, hands the ball off. Getting little to nothing on that play. Yeah, when the field is as wet and muddy as it is right now, you run the risk of twisting ankles, twisting knees.
A lot of dislocations. Sometimes you just get the wind knocked out of you from slipping.
Olszewski going to keep it for himself, and he will get the first down for the Golden Eagles. Be brought down around the Yellow Jacket 17-yard line.
And the rain is once again coming down. Not as hard as it was during halftime, but it is coming back down once again.
Minute and a half left to go in the third quarter. Comes the snap. Kelly with the ball. He'll get a gain of 8 on the play. Bring up second down.
And now we're getting closer to that fourth quarter, which is the end-all, be-all for any football game. Let's see how they try to close this out.
Here comes Kelly again with the rush. Again, as what we said earlier in this broadcast, Kelly and the Golden Eagles, last time they was in this situation, this far into Yellow Jacket territory, they was able to score. See if they'll be able to now. First and goal. Ball on the 7-yard line. Kelly's going to check out. Olszewski's going to check back in for the Golden Eagles. Here comes the snap. Olszewski going to keep it for himself. Rolls off to the right, and he will score for the University of Charleston.
It looks like UC is starting to get a little bit of momentum now in this game. Kind of late, but they still have some momentum and a lot to give. It seems like they're kind of showing a little bit, and then we get the instant replay of him basically untouched.
Beautiful blocking from the offensive line of the Golden Eagles. Ball is up, and it is good. Score is 44-14. Yellow Jackets with a 30-point lead. Yeah, the last time that the Golden Eagles was able to score was 9:16 into with 9 minutes 16 seconds left to go in the second quarter. The rush from Kelly. This time the rush comes from Olszewski.
Both of those touchdowns, obviously, from their quarterbacks. They have not been able to get even any of their receivers or backs into the end zone.
Getting ready to have Carter Jamerson kick the ball off for the Golden Eagles after that scoring drive.
And let's see how the Yellow Jackets answer to that basically unanswered touchdown.
We're going to have A.J. Barrett and Deontay Brown deep back to receive for the Yellow Jackets. Comes the snap. Ball is up. To be fielded by Dwan Etheridge around the 25-yard line.
We're seeing a little bit of slipping from Etheridge before he caught that pass. A decent field position for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, as to what you see, Wilkins' jersey is just you can't even really see the number anymore.
Right. There's no way. I mean, other than him standing forward and looking at you, you really wouldn't even see his number.
Golden Eagles jerseys are not white anymore.
And this would be the perfect opportunity for a Clorox commercial.
Hands the ball off, get a 5-yard gain, bring up second down. Brought down around the Yellow Jackets 40-yard line. We are going to go into the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Yellow Jackets with a commanding lead, 44-14 over crosstown rivals UC.
And so far, so good for these Yellow Jackets.
3 down, 1 to go.
lot of excitement from everyone, from the cheerleaders to the crowd. Everybody is putting in their effort to support these Yellow Jackets.
Indeed. It's also a good sign that the Yellow Jacket faithful out here.
Mm-hmm.
One set of fans has an entire tent set up.
Correct. They just from umbrellas to tents to ponchos sold at the bookstore pop-up shop. Everybody came out. No excuse to miss out on this game, especially with a commanding lead like this.
The Yellow Jackets will begin this fourth quarter on their own 40-yard line. Kinnick's got two backs in the backfield with them. Brady Cox goes in the motion. One receiver off to his left, one off to his right. Hands the ball off to Deontay Brown. Loses the ball. And it looks like it's going to be recovered by the Golden Eagles, and it is. Recovered by number 10, Keon Mabin.
This is something completely unlike West Virginia State University so far. We see him lose the ball, and UC just scrambles for it, and they get to it first.
Good field awareness from Mabin. It'll be 1st and 10, ball on the Yellow Jackets' 37-yard line. Walczewski hands the ball off. Quick 5-yard gain.
Just hurtling over defenders by the back. Johnny Delahousse.
And we have a Golden Eagle offensive lineman down.
And once again in that muddy spot, showing a little bit of frustration.
Obviously not happy. Score is 44-14, 14:36 left to go in the ball game. As they take a timeout on the field, we will as well come back with us.
West Virginia State is known for pushing boundaries, exploring new opportunities, and investing in the community. A passionate pursuit of excellence inside and outside the classroom ignites our students' abilities, leading to great achievements today and long into the future. Find your passion at West Virginia State University.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Yellow Jackets up by 30 points over the Golden Eagles. It looks like number 74, Michael Farhat, is the Golden Eagle in question, who is down, being tended to by the trainers. He's sitting up. And he is walking off the field rather gingerly. May just be a stinger for him.
And once again, in that muddy part of the field where injuries are prone to happen, especially in this rain, the slips and twists, especially with the linemen, you see they all have knee braces, so it's very important for them to make sure that their knees are in check and okay. As much as the bending and all of that, when they're down, it's important to keep those knees in good condition.
Messed up on the snap there. Olszewski keeps it, and he will get a first down for the Golden Eagles. He'll bring it down to the Yellow Jackets' 23-yard line, 1st and 10. Pick up the snap. Hands the ball off. brought down. Another first down for the Golden Eagles. And they are just marching down the field at the moment.
Once again, in that spot where for most of the game, the Yellow Jackets are able to stop them. Let's see if they can do what they've been doing for most of the game, which is stopping them in this area.
Here comes the snap, hands the ball off. And then Olszewski will keep it for himself. And he'll be brought down around the 2-yard line. Knocking on the door of the end zone.
Once again, this is unlike the Yellow Jackets, at least for this game. Able to stop the Golden Eagles from even getting a touchdown. The last couple of plays, they've been able to get down the field with ease.
Second down. Yellow Jackets defense will bring up third down. That's one thing that the Golden Eagles have not been very efficient with all game long is third down conversions.
While the Yellow Jackets are completely dominating in that area of the field.
Comes the snap. Olszewski keeps it for himself, dumps the pass off. Be touchdown Golden Eagles. And it looks like that was to number 89, Chris Briggs. Olszewski thought about running the play in. Instead, he just dumps the pass off to Briggs inside the end zone for the touchdown. Dylan Miles out there to attempt the PAT.
Unable to get it off, kind of slipped out right out of his hands, and once again that weather playing a factor in losing that snap.
Yeah, Blaine Stewart was the holder there on that play. Again, the weather just playing a big factor in ball control right now for both teams.
And that weather definitely affects a lot of stuff, from the ball being wet and unable to hold on to it, to just the field, to simply just getting across the field. It's really hard to play in these conditions, especially if you're not used to it. Weather definitely plays a factor in all outdoor sports. And in this case, it's playing a factor on both ends of the ball for both teams.
Indeed. 12:40 left to go in this ball game.
And the crowd, once again, covered. The crowd is covered in umbrellas. Rain or shine, the Yellow Jacket Nation is out, ready to support.
Indeed. Ball is up, another squib kick. And they lose the ball yet again.
And this is completely
uncharacteristic of how the Yellow Jackets have been playing this entire game.
This entire game, it's baffling. Honestly, it's crazy to see how much they've been able to capitalize and take care of the ball, getting the ball across the field, but unable to do what they need to do. And it looks like there's also a flag.
Offsides on the kicking team. And it looks like they will retry the kick. Deontay Brown and A.J. Baird coming in closer. Past two kickoffs that the Golden Eagles have tried have been squib kicks.
They'll try again.
Just small 20-yard kicks. Carter Jamerson getting ready to kick the ball off for the Golden Eagles.
Let's see how they try this again. And it looks like a
UC player is doubled over on the other side of the field.
It looks like it may be a cramp. But the way this game has been going as far as injuries goes, it could be anything.
It could be. There we go. Ball is up. And Barrett calling for the fair catch at the 30-yard line. Close call for the Yellow Jackets on that last kick. Luckily, the Golden Eagles was offside, so they had to retry the kickoff.
Once again, taking advantage of, both ends are taking advantage of any slip-ups that do suffice.
Be 1st and 10. Ball on the Yellow Jackets' 30-yard line. Yellow Jackets with a 24-point lead over the Golden Eagles. Here comes the snap. Kennick's going to keep it for himself, bringing it up the field, and there is a flag out in the play.
And a lot of slipping and sliding during that play.
And it will be a hold against the offense. Instead of gaining 6 yards, they will lose 5. Excuse me. Bring up 1st and 20.
This is once again unlike the Yellow Jackets offense that we've been seeing this entire game.
Kennick's got 2 receivers off to his left, 2 off to his right. Hands the ball off to Wilkins, and Wilkins going to be dropped in the backfield.
And this is, once again, that specific spot of the field that not a lot of people get past.
Indeed.
And only one clean jersey in sight.
Kennick's going to have Quentin Gray and A.J. Barrett lined up on his left. Rolls off, dumps the pass off to Wilkins. It's still going to be 3rd and long for the Yellow Jackets.
And so far, State has been definitely dominating in yardage. 466 yards to UC's 395.
But UC has had control most of this quarter.
Correct.
Comes the snap, steps back. Tried to get it to Gray. No good. We'll bring up 4th down as Cole Patterson comes out to kick the ball, to punt the ball for the Yellow Jackets. Kane Roush deep back to receive. I did say before this broadcast started, I was digging Cole Patterson's lime green cleats.
Yes, that is really the brightest thing on this field right now, those cleats. And it seems as if kickers usually wear bright cleats like that.
And beautiful punt coming from Patterson. Fair catch called by Roush. And they will start the drive around their own 33-yard line. 44-20. 10:38 left to go in the ball game.
And this 4th quarter is extremely vital. We see UC is trying to make a comeback. Still a 24-point lead. Expecting a lot out of both sides of the team, considering this is the home stretch essentially. They have these last 10 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock to prove themselves.
And you can hear the Yellow Jacket faithful come to life. Wazowski intercepted by the Yellow Jackets.
And that's exactly what the Yellow Jackets needed to prove a point. Though UC has been coming back, they definitely have answered with that comeback. And you see the crowd excited with that interception.
That was number 15, Robert Branch, the 6-foot junior out of Glenbury, Maryland.
And a lot of excitement, and we see the instant replay.
Olszewski, intended receiver was Stewart. Then Branch just comes out of nowhere. First and 10, ball on the Golden Eagles 46-yard line. Here's a snap, hands the ball off to Wilkins. And Wilkins will get maybe a yard on the play. We'll bring up second down.
And that interception is exactly what the Yellow Jackets needed.
Bring up second and 9. The Yellow Jackets right now just trying to tick this clock away as much as possible. Kennick's got two backs in the backfield with him. One receiver off to his left. Here comes a snap. Hands the ball off to Wilkins. Wilkins, no gain on the play. They'll bring up third down.
9:35 left on the clock. And like you said, just trying to get the clock down to where they have it for majority of this quarter.
Under 10 minutes to go in this ball game. Kennick's going to have Gray and Zach Pate lined up on his left. He's got Reese Yellick and Khalil Wilkins in the backfield with him. Here comes a snap. Fakes the handoff. Kennick's going to keep it for himself. And he does not have enough for the first down.
Once again, Kennick has not really been selfish with the ball. Was able to get it to most of his players this entire game. It's the first time really seeing Kennick take the ball for himself down the field, try to convert. And you see the sideline trying to get the crowd amped up.
4th and 3. Yellow Jackets trying to convert on this crucial fourth down to keep this drive alive with 8:25 left to go in the ball game. And Kennick's going to call a timeout. Maybe a delay of game, and it is against the offense.
Unable to get that timeout called out in time before the clock ran out.
Cole Patterson come back out there to punt this ball away for the Yellow Jackets. Going to have Kane Roush deep back to receive. Here comes the kick. Ball is up. Bounces at the 20. In and out of the hands of Roush. Luckily, he picks it back up. That almost became disastrous for the Golden Eagles.
Correct. You see a lot of adrenaline and just back and forth going on. See some of the players starting to kind of go back and forth with UC. And once again, this is our rival, so it is expected for a little bit of aggression to come out between these two teams.
Very much so. Golden Eagles will start this drive off at their own 14-yard line. 8:06 left to go in the ball game.
Once again, trying to get the crowd amped up with 8 minutes left on the clock. 8:06.
There was a penalty out in the field against the Golden Eagles.
Still lots of time left on the clock. But West Virginia State trying to take every single second to their advantage on their home field.
Exactly. Yellow Jackets are up by technically 4 possessions.
Mm-hmm.
Olszewski out there with his team now, ready for the snap. Hands the ball off and going to break one tackle. Tries to break the second one, but he will get the first down nonetheless. And that was number 42, Seth Wills. Olszewski rolls off to the right, and it's going to be brought down around the Yellow Jackets' 40-yard line. Inside the Yellow Jacket territory now.
Once again, another Yellow Jacket down, but brings himself back up.
Might just be a stinger for him. Looks like that's number 99. Or 98, Jamal Fox. The 6'1" redshirt freshman out of Cincinnati, Ohio. And it looks like also Trent Williamson is going to walk off the field rather gingerly.
It looks like this weather is starting to get the best out of these players right now.
As Olszewski brings his troops back out into the field, 1st and 10, ball on the Yellow Jackets' 40-yard line. Comes a snap, hands the ball off. Olszewski keeps it for himself. And he will step out of bounds around the Yellow Jacket 36-yard line. 7:26 left to go in the ball game. 44-20.
And the clock is starting to really tick down. So these next couple of possessions and these next few seconds that are on the clock are really, really crucial.
Very much so for the Golden Eagles.
And it looks like the coach is trying to have a word with them, trying to see what they can do.
And there's a Yellow Jacket down on the other side of the field. Can't see the number. Looks like number 21, Devon Tyson. May have just got the wind knocked out of him. As he walks off the field. Sort of a mild jog. Olszewski got 2 backs in the backfield with him, 2 receivers off to his left, 1 off to his right. Comes a snap, rolls off to the left, feeling the pressure, dumps the pass off to number 13, and he will get a quick 4-yard gain. That was Bryce Hankins.
Once again, the clock is ticking down. Now we have 7 minutes on the clock.
6:52 left to go in the ball game. 2nd and 7, ball on the Yellow Jackets' 24-yard line. Here comes a snap. Hands the ball off to Hankins. And there's 2 flags out in the field.
Looks like flags are going everywhere.
Yeah, as far as this half goes, it just seems like there's flags all over the place.
Yeah, and it really seems as if, when you get tired, you kind of don't play at your best ability. You kind of do have a couple of slip-ups and stuff like that.
And that will be called against the Yellow Jackets.
once again, when you're getting tired and the clock is starting to tick down, it affects your performance overall.
First and goal, ball on the Yellow Jackets' 9-yard line. Olszewski rolls off to the right. He'll be dropped around the 4-yard line.
Once again, that clock is ticking, and every second counts, especially in the case of UC.
And it'll bring up second and goal. Comes a snap. Olszewski. QB keeper, and the ref signals a touchdown. Golden Eagles up 26 now. 26-44. Yellow Jackets still have the lead.
Once again, UC taking advantage of anything that happens on the other side. We see the replay here. Keeps it and really just runs right in there with a little struggle, but finds his way to the end zone.
Indeed. And it looks like the University of Charleston is going to call a timeout. Your score is 44-26. 5:49 left to go in the ball game. As they take a timeout in the field, we will as well. Come back with us.
MVB Bank, your most valuable bank. Holiday Inn and Suites and Wingate by Wyndham, both located in South Charleston. Brick Street Insurance, your business, your people, you're covered. Gino's Pizza and Spaghetti House, the official pizza of WVSU Athletics.
Olszewski going for the two-pointer and gets number 11, Johnny Delahousie, for the two-point conversion there. Bring your score 44-28. 5:49 left to go in the ball game. Yellow Jackets still have a commanding lead.
Correct. This is still a definite lead for the Yellow Jackets, and we see here definitely taking advantage of every little point that they could possibly get. And then we see that two-point conversion for University of Charleston.
Now, I would not be surprised if when A.J. Barrett and Deontay Brown make their way out into the field for the kickoff, they come in a little bit, as the past couple of kickoffs that Carter Jamerson has done for the Golden Eagles has not been what you would say up to par.
Correct.
It's been quick 20-yard kicks.
Mm-hmm. And it seems I'm feeling like they may have an onside kick, and it looks like we would be ready for that. But if not, they will still have those short little quick kicks that they give.
And indeed, it will be one, as Kevin Coffey calls for the fair catch. They will start this drive at the Yellow Jacket 37-yard line. 1st and 10. 5:49 left to go in this ball game.
And once again, that clock is starting to trickle down, and all of these seconds really do count for these Yellow Jackets.
Kinnick and company getting ready to start this drive. Kinnick's going to have two backs in the backfield with him. He'll have Quentin Gray and Zach Pate lined up on his right. No receivers lined up on his left. Hand the ball off to Wilkins.
It is just a dog pile.
Wilkins will get a yard, maybe two on that play. Bring up second down.
We we see Wilkins has been doing a phenomenal job this entire game.
2nd and 9. Kinnick rolls off to the right, dumps the pass off to Pate, and Pate will get the first down plus more. He'll be brought down around the Golden Eagles 40-yard line.
Really tight roping on that sideline, and that's something that we see out of all of the Yellow Jackets receivers, been able to really just be agile and get across that field, even with little to no space at all.
Under 5 minutes left to go in this ball game. 1st and 10, ball on the Golden Eagles 40-yard line. He's got Quentin Gray lined up to his left. Pate lined up to his right. He hands the ball off to Wilkins. And Wilkins just trucking down the field. 12-yard gain for the Yellow Jackets. Be first down.
Wilkins just once again dominating and showing a lot of heart and a lot of effort this entire game. And the rain is definitely not stopping him from getting that third down conversion.
1st and 10, ball on the Golden Eagles 29-yard line. Comes a snap. Low snap. Kinnick gets it nonetheless. He'll get a yard, maybe 2 on the play.
We're seeing a lot of tiredness from both sides of the team, but trying to bring it on home.
Yeah, not only have they been out there beating on each other, it's the weather has played a huge factor in this 4th quarter.
Correct. And it is definitely changing a lot of things for them. When we see Wilkins coming up the field,
Wilkins is just not stopping.
He is really like a speeding locomotive. He's really onto it. He's going fast. He's going quickly. He's making sure he's carrying this team across the field. Kinnick, this has really been his favorite for this game, and definitely for me, definitely a player of the game in my opinion.
And I would not argue with that.
And being that this is his first game, he's doing phenomenal.
Wilkins right there with the very muddy jersey. Snap, hands the ball off to Wilkins yet again. And he'll get maybe 3 yards on that play.
Definitely, Wilkins is definitely a name you will hear this entire season. A name you should look out for.
He is going to be one of the, this game has anything to go with it, he is going to be one of the key playmakers for this Yellow Jackets offense. Wilkins is going to check out while Juwan Etheridge checks in. And Etheridge is another one who will just truck down the field. And it really takes about 2 or 3 guys just to bring him down. Kinnick will hand the pass off to Etheridge.
And showing a little bit of that trucking down the field that you were talking about, and his size alone is just massive. He really gets down the field, and it's really hard to stop him.
Indeed it is. They're down at the Golden Eagles 6-yard line, 3rd and goal.
The clock is ticking now. We have 2 minutes left.
The Yellow Jackets trying to see if they can break 50 points today. Again, Kinnick, 1 more passing touchdown. He will break the all-time passing record. He'll hand the ball off to Etheridge. And touchdown Yellow Jackets with 1 minute and 1:07 left to go in the ball game. Score is 50-28.
And once again, we see that replay. And it's really, really hard to stop Etheridge and Wilkins this game. They have been trucking through and getting down to that end zone, doing a great job.
The Yellow Jackets with very physical backs.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Ball getting ready to attempt the PAT for the Yellow Jackets. Ball is up, and it is good. 51-28 is your score right now with 1:07 left to go in the ball game.
You see a little bit of celebration on the sidelines, which is well-deserved, the way they've been playing.
And right now, as to what you said, about Khalil Wilkins, about him being the player of the game,
Mm-hmm.
I would not argue with that one bit. This young man has come in and, he's really made a name for himself just in this one game.
Correct. And definitely doing a phenomenal job doing that. He's really just done a phenomenal job this entire game from the second he stepped on the field.
And the Yellow Jackets obviously fired up and ready to get the rest of the season going.
And well-deserved celebration. They've been putting their due diligence this entire offseason and finally putting it into play against another team. We definitely have seen this progression this entire offseason. And then on top of that, compared to last season, they've been doing a great job. Just a never-say-die attitude this entire game. And this would be the first time in a very long time that we've beaten University of Charleston. So something to put back on our belt. I feel like this is really going to be a really good season from what we've seen so far.
And that's what we said earlier in this broadcast. This game will set the tone for both teams.
Mm-hmm.
And oh boy, has it set the tone for the Yellow Jackets.
Correct. And they definitely have the full opportunity to celebrate this and this whole weekend, just celebrating this first win of the season against our rival.
Ball be fielded at the 17-yard line by number 88, Brent Hankins. And as far as player of the game, I think you can make a strong argument for Matt Kinnick also.
Mm-hmm.
As to what I said, I've called these games. This will be my fourth season calling West Virginia State football games, and it's really great to see the leadership role that Matt Kinnick has grown into on the field. He is a field general out there.
Correct. And that's definitely how you have to be when you are the quarterback. You are the soldier of the team. You are leading this team all the way from the beginning to the end, from when you're on the sidelines to when you're on the field, and he's definitely taking full advantage of that.
You see a substitution out there on the field. A quarterback hands the ball off to Hankins. Brent Grissel out there at quarterback now, getting the first playing time of the game, as you can tell with the clean jersey.
Correct. And we can see just how many of these players have really gone on the field and did their due diligence just by the color of their jersey.
Exactly. And the Yellow Jackets are going to walk away with this one and start off the season exactly how they wanted to, 1-0 over crosstown rival University of Charleston.
This is a very exciting way to start the season, and this gets everybody else really excited. Athletics is definitely important in any institution, and for us to start out with a winning record and beating our rival, killing two birds with one stone, essentially, it's great to see everybody happy, ready to celebrate. It's a well-deserved celebration as hard as they've been working this entire season. And we see them celebrating on the sideline, once again, well-deserved.
Very much so. And next week, the Yellow Jackets will travel to Wise, Virginia to take on the Cavaliers next Thursday, a Thursday night game in the Mountain East Conference. Again, final score here is 58-28. Yellow Jackets was in control this entire ball game.
Mm-hmm. It was a very exciting game at that, from beginning to end. Just a million and one things that you can name, but it was a great game and a great way to close out.
And looking at the stats right now, surprising enough, the Golden Eagles have one first down over the Yellow Jackets right now at the end of this ball game. 26-25.
That's strange just to see, only because of, if you've watched the game, you wouldn't think that they led only by one though. But as far as the way that the Yellow Jackets have been playing this entire game, you would not believe that if you were to see it. Especially if you were seeing this firsthand like we are. It seems that the Yellow Jackets have really been in control this entire time.
And as far as rushing yards, the Yellow Jackets with 227 rushing yards in this ball game. UC with 352. But then when we get to passing yards, that's where the Yellow Jackets made their keep. 311 to 112. Getting ready to present the rivalry trophy over crosstown rival UC. Final score 51-28.
And once again, they have all the rights to celebrate this. And I would definitely accept the celebration just because of how hard they fought. They've done such a great job this entire game. Just putting on for this entire area. A lot of people came out to this game. UC is kind of leaving with their heads hang down, but they did a pretty good job this entire game, at least keeping that fight up, especially with this last half that has gone by. They put all the effort that they could. So no reason to put your head down, but definitely a reason for us to have our heads up because we did beat this crosstown rival, and the first time in a very long time have we done this.
Again, final score 51-28. Matt Kinnick and company came out here and just socked UC right in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Will be celebrations in Institute, West Virginia tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, correct. And it's a very well-deserved celebration and a long-awaited one at that.
Indeed. Again, your final score is 28-51 here at Dickerson Stadium at Lakin Field. And it's good to see the West Virginia State faithful make their way down to the players. Come out here, they packed the stadium.
For sure, and you can hear them. A lot of excitement, a lot of happiness from the entire crowd, and it just feels good to see that.
And this speaks volumes of Coach John Pennington to start the season off. Your final score again, 51-28. My name is Jeff Eddy, and I'm joined here in the broadcast booth with
Bejan Sewell.
And we're going to take one quick break, and then we will be right back. Come back.
I'm an adult learner from Philadelphia.
I'm from Cincinnati.
I'm from Hurricane, Mexico.
I'm from California, and I chose state
because I wanted a small school.
It's convenient.
I wanted a strong elementary education program.
Because it's an HBCU.
I love the people at state.
I love learning in the Cancer Research Lab.
My professors want me to succeed.
Now they make me work for the grade.
State is definitely preparing me for the future that I want.
I'm being prepared for dental school.
A research scientist.
Once you choose state,
you're gonna love state.
Find your passion
at wvstateu.edu.
And celebrating their big win over the Golden Eagles.
And yes, the crosstown rivals of University of Charleston, after such a long time, we finally got to take it back home with this win against UC. You can see the people down on the sidelines just here to celebrate and celebrate with them. It's when they win, we win too. So it's a great feeling to see everybody just taking it on home, taking it back to where we always wanted it to be.
And next week, September 7th, the University of Charleston will take on Concord University. Again, your final score here is 51-28. Yellow Jackets going into this season 1-0. My name is Jeff Petty, and I'm joined here in the broadcast booth with
Vision Sewell.
And always remember, go State.